Creatures of Eva is a family-friendly experience and therefore comfortable. Who hasn't spent hours searching for adorable creatures in vibrant, joyful worlds with the aim of collecting them? In Creatures of Eva, the premise is similar, although the main objective is a bit different. This is an experience that overflows with affection, carrying a touching story that shows players the importance of bonds between individuals, understanding different ideologies, and finally, the cycle of life and its self-regeneration. As expected, the player will fill the screen as the main character of this adventure, taking on the role of Victoria Hamilton, an environmental scientist working for an intergalactic organization. Vic and her team's mission is to save the vibrant planet Eva from an infection called the Withering. To do so, it's necessary to evacuate all of its fauna and flora to a sort of Noah's Ark before everything becomes corrupted. The game is marked by solving small puzzles, entirely connected to using the various creatures available in each region. There will be moments of reflection in their resolution, but also moments of action, where confronting creatures will be inevitable to free them from the infection that plagues the entire planet. Creatures of Eva is primarily a story-driven adventure. However, its gameplay is perfectly connected with the plot, creating a magical and highly immersive tale. After landing on the strange planet of Eva, Vic finds a sort of staff with a magical aura called the Naphitar, which she uses to heal creatures infected by the Withering. After freeing them from this malicious control, Vic will have the opportunity to enchant them by playing their specific melody. Each creature will have a pair of abilities that make them distinct from the others, and will help the player in various tasks, such as pushing heavy stones, jumping on sticky platforms, or opening paths for ground traversal to other areas. The combat itself is easy to understand. It involves using the Naphitar to fire a beam of light that envelops the creatures in a healing aura, eventually freeing them from the infection. However, not everything is simple, as some creatures are easier to heal than others. Even so, Vic can trap several creatures in her beam at once, creating a fascinating game of control and positioning. If she takes damage, the beam will be interrupted, and the player will have to repeat the healing process. In addition to the creatures, the inhabitants of Eva, who can communicate with humans, the tame, a race with all like human traits, carry the heavy burden of their history. The narrative is told through side quests where the player helps each individual resolve their conflict, which culminates in a better understanding to their mission. Each tame, whether a tribe member or not, quickly becomes a memorable and impactful character for the player. Each personality trait is conveying through the dialogue, creating a fun and exciting atmosphere, set against a backdrop of cozy colors like green, purple, and even pink. On the negative side, I have to point out its pacing. After nearly 15 hours of gameplay and a lot of side content, I found myself in the final area only interested in completing the main mission, largely due to the frankly tedious side quest that requires a lot of walking to complete. And yes, there are fast travel points, but even so. The world, though limited, gives the feeling of an open world, and while there aren't any relics to collect, it's possible to upgrade the character, such as increasing the number of items that can be placed in Vic's backpack or extending her health bar. Another downside was its performance, as in certain areas there are noticeable frame drops, which is inconvenient. In summary, Creatures of Eva presents itself as a delightful experience with some interesting story twists that culminates in a heavy ending. Its inspiration from Nintendo titles is quite evident, but its dedication to memorable characters and a cozy atmosphere gives it all the tools to stand out from other titles in this genre. If you enjoyed this video, please consider to subscribe the channel, share with friends, or even leave a comment. I'll see you on the next one.